Phew. I am so glad that burning lap I just did at White Mountain is actually over. Because... fucking hell. That lap was more than just absolute murder. It was basically macabre. With just how treacherous it was. But anyway, we got it done. And I think what we're now going to do is another 4 events. And then I think we'll start to do some crashing. Because I have not done a lot of that up to this point in the game. Well, not crash events anyway. But before then, we will get through the events we have available to us at Eternal City. So we've got a road rage and a Crashbreaker race. Let's get through the road rage first. And I think what we're going to do, we'll use the car we just won, which is this. Is this meant to be beige? I got a feeling this colour is meant to be beige, although it could just be brown. I don't exactly know the colours of these things, so don't blame me if my guesses are inaccurate. I think I'll give it one more run around, and then I think I'll use this thing for our next event. Because I can. Okay, so for the Road Rage event, we need 15 takedowns for a gold, 9 for a silver, and 6 for a bronze. Actually on second thoughts, I think this thing might actually be painted bronze. Judging by just its shape and design. I think this thing might actually be painted bronze, from what I can see. It's very possible. And that's now 3 done. Oh, I almost hit that bus. I almost fell for it again. Not this time. There was nothing I could do about that. That was not really going to be avoided. But I did try. And no... Oh, okay, I do get the aftertouch. And as a result, time has now been extended. So I need another 9 in order to get the gold. If I can somehow avoid demolishing myself first. I would have gone for that hit, but I was reluctant to try. Because it might have been stupid. And that was nothing to do with me. That was someone getting vengeance on me. Now I have to retaliate. Okay, I think I did retaliate. Although I still need another 5 in order to be secure. And he took himself out, but I psyched him out. It is amazing to think about how many times you can just psych out the AI. And you can literally just get away with it. Because you psyched him out. Okay, we're 1 away from the gold. Come on, don't fail me now. Got it. Hey, that was a double. I'm also pretty sure that might have been a triple as well. If they were all in the same spot, that might have just been a triple takedown. Okay, up to 18. My current record stands at 19. I think I might be able to get 20 plus. Well, that's already 20, so... I need 1 more. And then it will officially be a new record. Hey, a signature takedown as well. Arch enemies. We are indeed arch enemies. Me and the AI are indeed arch enemies, as I avoid taking myself out. Alright! 24 takedowns. And I took myself out trying to get 25. Well, at least I set a new record. So that's not entirely a bad thing. And a double takedown. Alright, 27. Am I gonna see time expire this time? Yes, I do. I actually don't have to damage out just for the event to finish this time. We got 27 takedowns. That's definitely a new record if I ever saw one. I'm sure of it. So now we are just 3 perfect scores away from reaching... what is it? Tier 7, I think? Because we're already on Tier 6. Yeah, it's definitely Tier 7, I'm sure it is. And so we have another signature takedown. Arch enemies. And do we get anything else? And no we don't, except for the takedown. Well, the other 2 we might get somewhere along the way. But anyway. So we've got a race event at Eternal City, and we've also got... Actually, you know what? Yeah, let's do the traffic attack for this next one. I figured it was a good idea to do that, now that I think about it. We'll do that one next. And we'll use... yeah, we'll use the limited M type for this one. I don't think it's going to be too hard for us to get the gold. We'll use the limited M type for this one. So we need 750,000 for a gold, 250,000 for a silver, and 125,000 for a bronze. I think we'll definitely get a bronze. There's probably no questions as to whether or not we'll get that, from what I can see. As for everything else, well, we'll just have to wait and see. Depends on how much damage we can cause from here. And that did not work out. Well, at least we got the bronze. Oh my god, okay. We just got out the way for that one, damn it. I missed 2 parked cars that were clearly there. Not this time. I may miss them once, but I won't miss them twice. I need more cars to do more damage, if possible. I also need to stay on the road, because that is how I will deliver the most hits. Not hitting that. That would have been too risky. that also would have cancelled me from the event, basically. I needed to get back in the traffic, or else I would have lost it completely. Damn it. Come on. I need more traffic over here. More traffic, please. I need some more. Please, help me get more. Then we can make it. I hope. Haha. And nope, that's not how it works. That was definitely a lucky escape for that one. Well, at least I can say this is a lot less intense than that burning lap I did. Because I gotta say... Hey, we got a challenge target achieved as well. Nice. Come on. Damn it. I was really hoping for more out of that. Okay, I'm 2,000 short. Sorry, 200,000 short of a gold. Really need some more. Please help me get more. Well, that's one way to get more. Now I have to keep it going somehow. Okay, now we've got the gold. And that was definitely enough damage to secure me the gold. Yeah, Burnout, I think, from the very beginning has always been about carnage. And this is basically the one thing that I can definitely say has stood out to me. Can I get over 1 million? Would be nice if I could. I do get over 1 million. Nice. I'm definitely well on my way to achieving the awesome rank. As I take 2 shortcuts. And that's pretty much the end of the run from what I can see. As I achieve over $1.2 million in damages. Can I get 1.3? Yes, I do. Okay, I'm done now. I am well and truly done. At this point, I've got more than enough to secure me this. And I blow up right at the end. Not surprising. But either way, I think that was either the 3rd or 4th traffic attack we did. And I caused over $1.3 million in damages. Vehicle damage, of course. But either way, we're now just 2 perfect events away from reaching our next rank. And we get ourselves another car. The modified M-Type DX. And we also get another challenge trophy for checking 50 vehicles in traffic attack. You won the White Mountain Traffic Check Trophy. I have no doubt in saying there's probably a lot more challenges along the way. But anyway. So we've got an Eliminator and a Crashbreaker. And the other 2 places Okay, Road Rage, that's not unlocked yet. So I guess for our last two events, we might as well do the two Crashbreaker races. And for this one, let's use the modified M-type. Where the colour I'll use... yeah, let's be purple. I think purple's a good choice for this. And so here we go for another Crashbreaker race. I think there might be challenges behind these Crashbreaker races, but that's just an assumption. I don't really have full game experience to know the full extent of what it is we're actually doing aside from blowing ourselves up when we crash and opponents who might be near us at the same time. But aside from those two things, there's hardly anything else I can think of that really is accountable, aside from that. Oh, okay. And that's another takedown, and I am in the wall. Oh, good thing this race is 2 laps long, or else I would not be going anywhere. Haha! Suck my dick. I think I only crashed once in this race, if I'm not mistaken. I can't remember if it was only once, or if I've not crashed at all. I don't think it was a perfect lap, but... I think I did have to be... oh, can I get the Crashbreaker? Yes, I can! Double payback! See, I did have a feeling the Crashbreakers might be linked to the challenges in this game. Even though I will have to do internet research to find out what all the other challenges are. Unless I can find them in the game manual. Explosive payback. And I am at the front of the field still, as a result of my 2 Crashbreaker paybacks. I'm actually amazed to say that wasn't a double takedown. And no one was there to suffer the consequences of wrecking me. Well, that sucks. However, because the field is so close together, you can basically throw a blanket over us at this moment in time. Which basically means that chaos is inevitably going to ensue. It's almost like when you're looking at... It's almost like when you're looking at Supersonic, and you're basically just surrounded by pretty much all the power of the Chaos Emeralds. And I can definitely say speed-wise, it is making me feel like Sonic. I almost feel about as fast. I almost feel about as fast as Detroit's Sonic and Knuckles, which would basically be Jameer Gibbs and David Montgomery. 2 players who I will say, speed-wise, are fast, and I mean very fast. I mean fast enough to probably go higher than, I would argue, 20 miles an hour. And of course, considering human limitations, you have to say that is very fast for a human being to go above 20. And no one pays the price again. I'm sad now. Okay, that was just rude. And now I am nowhere. I am nowhere but the mid-pack. And I am likely not winning. Because I have no boost. Unless I can somehow fight back. Or just get lucky like that. That also helps. I'm going to assume the other two must have wrecked themselves. And that was how I just wound up being in the right place at the right time. Because they were right there in front of me, and then suddenly both of them wrecked. That was pretty much how I got the lead by default. I did not expect that to happen. But anyway, we are now 5 stars away from achieving Tier 7. And so we now have another car unlocked. And this time we get the factory R175DX. And as a result, we get ourselves another challenge trophy for getting double payback. Which I did not think was a thing, but I am so glad it turned out to be a thing. I figured the Crashbreaker events probably were connected to the challenges somehow, but I couldn't have told you how. Anyway, I might as well do the Eliminator, and then we can move on to whatever else it is we're doing. So, I think we'll use this one now, and I think the colour will... Yeah, we'll drive this thing in blue, just to end off whatever episode of this game is now. Anyway, onto the Eliminator for Eternal City. And so, here we go for another Eliminator. And maybe if we're lucky, we might just be fast enough to survive. Oh my god, okay. Oh shit, yep, okay. That was not intended, that was definitely on the AI with that one. I'll be amazed if I survived that. Okay, I survived it in the top 3. And now I am dead. Or maybe not dead. Because I do that. Oh my god, okay. It's fine. And I have no boosts left. Can I get some boost back again, please? Again. Want some boost over here. Some boost would do nicely. That's pretty much as nicely as I can put it out. Damn it. I went fast and I immediately went into the tree. Oh, guess it's up to the shortcut to save me. If it does that, and I think it just did. How did I get out of there? I was practically brushing against what was essentially a wall of death, and yet I somehow came out of it mostly unscathed. How I did that, I will never know. But that was honestly a level of luck that I don't think even I could have comprehended. And there we go. That's the end of the Eliminator. Nice. And now we move up to Tier 7. Insane. I will say that about myself, I am definitely insane. Yeah, leveling up cutscene. Whatever this is. That's basically what this is, more or less. Rank up. Insane. And we get another preview lap thing. Custom Classic. And no, I'm not doing that now. I am not in the mood for it at this moment in time. The preview lap of Sunshine Keys. I may do that another day, but right now, I won't do it today. And so, we are already 28% complete with the game, and after completing 40 events and winning 40 golds, we are now pretty much a quarter of the way there, as we have also won 19 cars, completed 12 challenges, and we've got 8 signature takedowns. And here are all the other stats. And I think next time... Oh, they actually have 4 burning laps. Whatever, not really bothered about those. As I have been burning around the racetrack for 2 hours and 16 minutes. And there is everything else. Okay. So that is now the end of whatever episode this is of Burnout Revenge. And next time, we will be moving on to doing some crash events, since I have really not started those yet. But anyway, that's what we're doing next on Burnout Revenge.